All right. Well, hopefully things are working. Last time they were a little bit rough. Like I didn't have myself. Uh, yeah. This time I actually have myself not muted, which is a good thing. So yeah, we should be decent this time. Hello to all those people who are joining. I'm just gonna wait a little bit until some more people join, but I will explain what we're going to be doing today. So basically my idea is I'm not that great at driving in Beam, and it should like for this showcase probably need to take things a little bit more seriously, and therefore I want to practice a little bit. So that's what we're going to do. Now some of these cars are really loud, so I'm going to turn down the game volume a little bit, and hopefully that will do some work to not deafen anybody. Um, who finally made it out to the stream, well, welcome. This is the sponsored by Leaded Fuel stream. California, yikes, that's on the other side of the country here. It's not even in the same country that I'm in. But yeah, we're going to be trying out some cars. We're predominantly going to be driving this one, but I've got all of the cars that people have sent me by email in my folder here, so we might try a few of them just to see what they're like, just to see what we can expect with the actual showcase. You can see there are a few little extra rally cars that I obviously didn't make, just kind of hanging about in here, so we'll try some of those too. So it should be a good time. Now, what kind of tracks should I use to practice for this, do you think? I'm thinking of using time trials mostly, so what would your suggestions be for that? I mean, just driving around, goodness, this car is deafeningly loud. Just driving around the grid map isn't really gonna do much uh, to like get any sort of practice out of this. I'm hoping to spend maybe, I don't know, like an hour and a half doing this, so it won't be too long, but it should be good to practice. Now I have turned off shadows in game. I'm hoping that that keeps it from being a slideshow. We have had that happen in the past, so let's try to avoid that. If things turn into a slideshow even more, I can turn down the settings even further until we get to basically 8-bit graphics. Italy. Italy is okay, but Italy lags really badly, so I can't use it on the stream, unfortunately. So, yeah. Hill climb, dirt tracks. We could also do Pikes Peak as well. Uh, Italy for techniques. Automation test track, double mountain climb. Okay, that's an interesting suggestion there. We could definitely try that. I figure like we'll just do the time trials for a few of these and just see what it'll do. Utah has some good rally time trials. Okay, we can take a look at that. Small rally stage on the automation map. Okay, some more automation map suggestions. Oh yeah, wrong 12 o'clock. That's 12 EST is the time that I'm on, the Eastern Standard Time. And unfortunately, this car is no match. I wonder if we lock the diffs though. No, it's no match for the mud. So let's shut it off. Let's go to the time trials. Oop, that's not time trials. I'm way too used to clicking that. Maybe if we just go to automation test track, let's see what we've got here. So we have a gravel circuit. There's a hill climb. Actually, there are two hill climbs. So we could try those and see what they're about. This one here looks like it goes up into the mountains, so that might be kind of cool. Pikes Peak. Okay. First things first, though. Let's go ahead and do the hill climb one. Well, let's give it a shot. We'll see what we can do with this current car that I'm using, the one that I made for the showcase, and then we'll probably switch to something all-wheel drive because I'm gonna end up flying off the course at least a few times during this. So, yeah, we have to be careful. Gravel. Yeah. So my idea for the track was that it would be mixed. So we're gonna make sure to pick a track in the end that is a mixed track because that's only fair. We can't do Pikes Peak because it only has one of each. Like it's either all paved or all gravel for whatever reason. So it has to be something else in the actual challenge. Also, unfortunately, Pikes Peak is like at least 10 minutes to go. Hill climb 1 for asphalt, hill climb 2 for dirt. Okay, nice. That's an interesting thing that I would not have seen. But let's go ahead and try hill climb 1, and then we'll go ahead and do hill climb 2. I think we'll do this one at least twice, just to see if I can improve on a lap with it, and then we'll go ahead and do 2. Right. 3, 2, 1. I'm still driving arcade, by the way. In the video coming up on Friday, I actually switch it up. Minor spoiler, but you'll see that eventually. I'm going to try and rip through this track and try not to do just what I've done and flip the car. So you can see why I need practice. Because weight distribution was awkward. I think like weight distribution is really important, especially for grip, especially depending on where your power goes. Like in this car, for instance, the weight distribution is it's heavily geared to the back just because this car is a rear engine car, which is also rear wheel drive. Goodness, locking up the brakes here. But this kind of frame rate is something I need to get used to, just because the actual challenge itself will be likely at this rate. Oh, there's a gutter on this map. That's something that we have to watch out for. Goodness. Yikes, that is really quite a dangerous gutter. Oh, the wheels actually do fit in there despite being super wide as well. Yikes, that's not good. Oh, okay, I wasn't paying attention for a second there, and I crashed into a barrier. Okay, I want 2 successful laps with at least, let's say 2 successful laps with each course that we try out today, just as a way to like get through the practice here. Now I can be more conservative, I could drive a little slower, but I am trying to be quick. Generally speaking, okay. Sometimes I'm trying to be a little bit too quick. Oh yeah, no, this is major understeer. Thank you, Mr. Wanson. Oh goodness. Okay, we're drifting now. This is actually a drift event, not a hill climb event. The biggest problem is that automation says completely different things. Yeah, so the thing is that even if you export a car, like say you export a car that weighs a certain amount in automation, try it out on the scale in Beam and see how much different it is, because usually it's quite a bit different. Like BeamNG does not take the cars the same way that automation at least intends to export them. I don't know what kind of process it goes through. Some of it gets generalized, I think, just because it has to be able to do so many different cars, and there goes our arrow. But it just, yeah, it just doesn't seem to work out properly all of the time. Okay, so this is a bit of a joke run, but I guess we can go ahead and try and finish the track just so we can see what it looks like. What you're seeing here is the, oh boy, me attempting to talk and drive at the same time, which is not usually a good thing. Distracted driving is illegal, people, but a good thing it's not illegal in Beam. So what's going to happen in the actual showcase is most likely Overlord is actually going to be there on the mic, and he'll be helping out, I believe. He had indicated that he wanted to do that, so he'll be narrating some of it, so I won't need to be talking the whole time. Goodness, so it cuts in tight here, and then you have to go around these things and then up the mountain. Yikes. Okay. Use the gutter for that corner. Will the consistent runs all be clean, or will be whatever happens? So in the actual showcase, it'll likely just be a mixture of things. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to limit myself to 3 tries per car, unless it's a really gross driver error, like something that I do that's way off. Oh boy, okay. My brakes are huge on this car, but they always stay cold, which is kind of an issue. But yeah, I'm thinking that we'll probably limit it to likely 3 tries per car, and if I just can't get it around the track, then it's going to be DQ'd, which is kind of unfortunate, but there are so many cars that's just how it has to go. It's a little sad, but yeah, that's why I feel that it's important to do like practices like this, just because I really want to do it well and like be able to get even the toughest cars around. And like this car that I'm driving now is one that I made. I know it's tough to drive. It's a lot harder to drive than a lot of the all-wheel drive cars that we'll be driving during the actual like championship. It's not really a championship, it's more of a subscriber challenge. I don't know, there's no prize or anything, but what I want to be able to do is just drive the rear-wheel drive cars, as few as there are, properly, and if I can nail that, then all-wheel drive should be no problem. Thank you, Overlord, for the donation. Yeah, thank you again for being involved with the showcase. It's not over yet. I still have to export like 150 cars or something like that, but yeah, we're getting there. I just figured it was important tonight to do something because I didn't have a video planned. Yesterday I basically spent the day working on prepping for the showcase, so it's gonna be a while. Oh boy, we're up into the snow now on this map. This is a slow lap, but I think it's an important one, just because we're actually gonna make it all the way through. Maybe? I can't say that too soon, I might end up jinxing it. Oh boy, come on. And then we'll just hit it here. Oh, come on. There we go. 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Let's try that one again, see if we can do better than 2:12, and then we will maybe try a different car, or we'll move over to the Hill Climb 2 and see what that one's about. Good thing i3 powered leaded fuel shopping cart. Oh boy. Next time you make a car in automation, turn the quality down in the safety tab, lowers weight of the car. Sometimes the lowering of the quality actually does do that, sometimes it doesn't. And no, this isn't the course I will use. We're just going to be trying a bunch of courses today. This one is just all pavement, and it's about a 2-minute lap time. So when I'm picking a course for the showcase, which by the way I haven't actually started yet, I haven't picked a course yet, I haven't finalized my decision, but I have a few that I'm considering. We're just going to be driving like a bunch of courses today, so it's mostly just practice for generic driving rather than the specific track, which we'll have to wait and find out on the day of. But goodness, this is a little bit slow. Oh, come on, there we go. I'm trying to be cautious. So goodness, what was I talking about before that side tangent? Oh boy, oh no, I forgot. And we're in the gutter. And we're basically a train now, we just follow the gutter. Okay, I'm gonna try to remember what I said. Gotta go so early? Oh yeah, sorry, it's 8 o'clock here, so it's pretty normal. What map is this? This is the automation hill climb stage 1. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Try a different car before you swap maps. 2 cars per map swap. Makes sense. I mean, what I was thinking is we might try an all-wheel drive car. However, I don't know of which... I don't know exactly which one to try. We might try one of my pre-made cars. We might try one of the subscriber-made cars, just as a practice. The thing is, I don't want people to be like, well, they got an advantage because you already drove their car once. But it's like... it's not significant. Yeah. Oh boy. We're driving in the gutter again, but at least the car isn't braking. Now that there are some people here, actually 57 of you currently watching, hello to everybody. Yeah, I don't expect streams like this to get like the normal numbers that we see. Like sometimes this stream has had up to 200 viewers. But that only happens on weekends. Like, this is more of a chill thing. We're just coming to hang out, drive some cars, and practice for the showcase. Now, I was wondering, of you 60 people that are watching, what do you think about... oh goodness, hold on. I want to concentrate for this corner, even though I'm not going particularly quick. But what do you think about merchandise? Sounds kind of scummy, I know, a YouTuber's like selling out type thing, but I was thinking of making stickers, and I was like, who's actually gonna buy them? Because I was thinking of possibly putting stickers on like my own things, and then what if I'm ordering stickers? I may as well get more for the community. So would you actually be interested in those? Let me know. What I need to do though, before doing something like that, is actually like get a good design, because the logo is kind of, I don't know, it's not really sticker worthy. We'll see though. Oh boy. Okay, we're almost finished with this track. Oh no. Okay, we're not gonna be getting as good a time as last time. But this car is a little dangerous when it gets snowy like this. I think that the snowy road might actually have an effect because we are sliding a bit more than normal. But yeah, that's a worse time than before. Let's try an all-wheel drive car, just to see what it's like. Okay, so an all-wheel drive car. Now, most of the cars are all-wheel drive, but I'm thinking, you know what, let's drive the Henderson Spirit of the Cleveland, because I know for sure that it's all-wheel drive, and it's one of the few trucks that are in the competition, so let's give it a shot. Stickers? Stickers would be awesome. 3D printed Bugos, Bugo stickers, Leaded Fuel Gang merchandise. Oh boy, monetize the Leaded Fuel Gang? Yeah, no, I wouldn't, like, the reality is I'm not, like, I don't do this full time, right? I don't do YouTube full time. I work full time. So for me, like, merchandise and stuff isn't so much an income as it is just like a way to connect with the community. Like, you can set profit margins and stuff when you go to t-shirt stores and like merch stores and stickers, like at Teespring, for example. But for me, I would set that super, super low so that the merch would be accessible. Like, it bothers me a lot when I'm like, man, that is some sweet YouTuber merch, but it's like 40 bucks for a t-shirt. It's like, no, I can't justify it. But anyway, slight sideline over. Okay, this is a truck. I forgot who made it, but it's very unique, and so I figured we'd give it a shot. Um, Bugo stickers. Oh boy, Bugo stickers is a lot of people are supporting the Bugo stickers. That's interesting. That's something I'll have to consider. I'll have to come up with a couple designs in the next few weeks. But things are super busy right now with all this stuff going on, so it won't be for a while. Alright, so slow to accelerate with this one. I mean, it's not a slow, not a slow vehicle. Oh, the turning is real bad though. Oh no. It is all-wheel drive, which is nice, but it does suffer from some major oversteer. I think it might be under. Okay, when you turn, it does not turn, is basically what's happening. I like the fuel tanks on the back though. It gives the illusion of off-road ability. I guess we could try it. Oh boy, come on, get around that corner, this wide lad here. It's very prominently saying that it's a turbo on the back, but I don't know, sometimes you have to... Ooh, okay. We'll just continue with that knock. It doesn't seem to have affected anything. Like, I think that's one thing I'm gonna have to do for the showcase as well. Like, if we come into contact with something like this barrier, for example, that was just a light tap, right? It didn't really do anything to this truck. A lot of the cars are very... from what I've seen, a lot of them are very, like, pushing the limits of things, so if they crash, they're probably done. So we might not be able to do that for everything, but when we get the opportunity, we will take it. Because there are a lot of cars, like, just by email I had 33 submissions, 33, 32 submissions, something like that. So on the Discord there are a lot more, and it's going to be a long stream. Or long 3 streams, I mean, because we're planning on doing it a few times. It's 4x4? Oh, okay, yeah, true. 4x4, I see. I actually... Hold on a minute. I think this one might be all-wheel drive, though. From what I remember from the export, it might be all-wheel drive. We will see, though. It could also be 4-wheel drive. I think... Like, basically, I just did them last night, just this batch of cars. It took quite a while, actually. But I've been putting all the data from them into a spreadsheet, so when we're actually doing the showcase, I'll be able to read some of the stats. And I'm fairly certain this one is in the all-wheel drive column, but it could also be a mix-up on my part. Okay, so this one is slower, but I also crashed it a few times. Let's see. Yeah, all-wheel drive, okay. How about you try the XR5 for the hill climb? Okay, that's a good idea, actually. Let's give the XR5 a try, and then we'll switch to a different track. Can we get a merch sticker that says 888, 8 liters, 8 pistons, 800? There's no engine in the game that has 8 pistons, so it doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's give the XR5 a quick shot at this one. It's one of the more controlled cars that I've made, so it should be a little bit better. We'll see. Will cars be run alphabetically, or is it when in whatever order you want? Currently, so here's the thing. I'm using Google Sheets for this because I want to be able to share it. So it's a little bit harder to make tables because they're pivot tables, and I'm not really going to that effort. So it's really going to be in whatever effort I input them, or in whatever order I input them, I mean. So currently, it's all the email cars first, and then it'll be all the Discord ones. What I'm planning on doing, though, is splitting it up into 3 categories. I have them currently like this already, but we have rear-wheel drive, we have all-wheel drive, and we have 4x4 and front-wheel drive. So the 3 possible drivetrain types. And then all those cars are going to be competing. There are a lot more all-wheel drive cars than anything else, but what we'll do is we'll get times for all the rears, all the all-wheels, and then all the 4-wheel and front-wheel, and then the winner from each category will be like put a little bit separately, and then the winner of those 3 will be the overall winner. But that's what's going on. Okay, let's give the XR5 a shot. I'm gonna try to be a little bit more aggressive with this one. Maybe we can do a bit better. It is quick. I don't think it's this showcase quick though. Most cars that I've seen have more power than this by a decent amount. However, it is it's a good handling car. The thing is that it is much newer than the showcase vehicles, so yeah. One thing that I noticed is a lot of people are using the Corvette body in the showcase. Like, there are a lot of Corvettes, so it's going to be fun to see whose Corvette is the best of them all, which one of them stacks up the best. Yikes. Okay, these gutters are a big pain, and I'm very much looking forward to riding without them. Okay, come on. Let's avoid that gutter. Oh boy. I think like the XR5 is one of my best handling cars. Like one of the best handling cars that I've ever made in automation. So it is just much quicker around these turns and like through these slow sections. All-wheel drive is helping, but it's just such a good handling car. I don't even know how. It was a bit of a fluke. To be honest, at that point in my building, like in my building knowledge, I didn't know that you can like line up that yellow line between the red and the blue lines. I had no idea about that. So, yeah, if you're watching the videos from before this time or at this time, the time of this car being made, then now you know a little bit of a secret there. Okay, the snow section definitely is more slippery. It is quite a bit more dangerous than I would like. Oh boy. But this is going to be a faster time for sure. Yeah, goodness. 157. Okay, let's switch over to the hill climb 2 after we just demolish that track with the XR5. Okay, the hill climb 2. Let's go XR5 again. I was having fun with that. Oh boy. I'm missing a lot of chat. I think you forgot about the V engines. Oh goodness. Yeah, I know I did forget about V engines. I was thinking straight 8, but yeah, I forgot about the V8s. Rip. Oh no, there's a lot of people saying that. Oh no. No, my mistake. I was thinking straight 8, but obviously he meant V8. So my mistake. What will the track be used for the showcase? We haven't. Well, I haven't decided exactly which one is going to be used yet. I'm just practicing on a bunch of different ones, just for my own driving abilities here, and then basically, from what I see in these tracks and from the ideas that I already have, we'll choose something, and then you'll see on the day of. Should be on Sunday. Yeah, let's go. This one is all dirt, apparently, so let's give it a go. Probably going to be a little bit more slippery than some of the other tracks that we've driven on so far. Actually, we've only driven on one, but anyway. Right, I actually really like this one, just because of how open it is. Openness leaves a lot more room for errors, but the XR5 is doing really well. I think we're going to have to do this one a few times, probably, but it feels like it might be a little bit longer, just judging by how far away that checkpoint is. Yikes, that is really quite far. And then the blue one is up there, so... Wait, is it that short, or is that just the next checkpoint? See, you can really fly down this track. That's nice, actually. That is not bad at all. Oh boy, come on, get up the mountain. There we go. Alright, so it's just another piece of the track. We are actually going up the mountain a significant ways. Oh, rip. Okay, hopefully that didn't bend anything. Okay, it definitely did bend something, because we're pulling slightly to the right. We're going to continue anyways and hope for the best. But again, this track is very nice with its wide open areas. It looks like it narrows up there. Oh wow, this pulling right is a pain. It looks like it definitely narrows up there. So we'll have to get a little bit more careful. Starting with this corner. Yikes. Okay, so it seems like the front right wheel is the one that's not currently working. And we've just flipped it. Well, let's try again. There's actually a very small amount of 7 cylinders in the world. I've never heard of a 7-cylinder, like in an actual car. Is there a pack planned for automation with BeamNG around the DLC? Oh, what DLC? I must have missed it somewhere. Is DLC for automation? Or DLC for Beam? I don't think either of them would really make sense because both are in early access, but I mean, they're pretty close to... I don't know how far they want to go with Beam, but like... BeamNG is already very complex, and if they polished up the Italy map, then like... they could probably release it as a full game. As long as the campaign actually gets in at some point, because right now it's very not well fleshed out, we'll say. I'm talking about Beam, not automation, because both of them are lacking in campaign, but I think Beam more so. Okay, we can get up to some speed and a huge jump as well going down there. Oh boy. I guess that's why they put that rock there, just so when you accidentally fly too far over the jump, you end up flying into the rock. But we did not take any damage from that. That is actually affecting performance, so yeah, can't complain too much. Now this is the spot before where I screwed up and hit the barrier, so we're not going to make that mistake again. Just like forgetting that V8s exist. And I was driving a car with a V8 just like 10 minutes ago, or actually more like 20 minutes ago, so yeah, kinda bad. This car's an i5 turbo, by the way, if you did not know. Sort of meant to replicate the SDI, at least in the back end, and then the Evo in the front. And performance-wise, it's supposed to be a competitor to those two. Alright, let's see if we can actually finish a lap with this. After this run, I'm going to try a rear-wheel drive car, and then after that, I don't even know. We'll just try out a random one from the showcase pool that I've currently got. Alright, it seems like this is the end of the track right here, so we'll just fly and across. I think I've done this track before, but that is a nice run. 2 minutes, not bad. V16, yeah, V16 is a DLC. Yeah, it's interesting the way that they did that. They say it as a donation because V16s are pretty outrageous, but I don't know. Being an early access game, having DLC, it's kind of, I don't know. To me, it's a little bit scummy. Um, I think in Automation's case, they barely get away with it. Yeah, I mean, I have the V16 DLC, so I guess they won at least me over, but yeah. Hello to those new people who are joining. Okay, I thought I hit play there. Automation Test Track Hill Climb 2. Yeah, that's what we're currently... Ow, I just stabbed myself in the eye. That's what we're currently driving on. DLC, big rigs, dualies. Okay, dualies would be sweet. Diesels would be sweet. I guess because diesels and dualies and stuff are so much extra work that they would have to that they would think that they have to charge more. Okay, let's go for a rear wheel drive. Hey, would you consider building a proper boat non-challenge wise in Simple Planes? I haven't played I have not played Simple Planes recently, mostly just because I knew things would get busy, and that's why I did a Red Faction video the other day, or the other week. But we'll probably go back to Simple Planes at some point. I do like making boats in it. People seem to rip on me a little bit for not knowing what I'm doing, but I'm hoping that once the showcase is over, once the Auto Olympics is over, I'll have a little more time, oh boy, to focus on the on Simple Planes as well. Because, like, one thing to note that I think is pretty cool is that people actually enjoy the Simple Plane stuff, and it gets approximately the same in terms of viewership as the automation videos, at least most of the time. So it's cool that there are two things that people are interested in, but don't worry, I'm not done with Simple Planes yet. I just have to come up with more ideas instead of just breaking world records, because it's really not that challenging. We can come up with something more challenging in the future. Okay, this car is like driving on ice. It has quite a bit more power than the XR5 that we just drove, but the grip is like not even close. It's constantly trying to spin out. There we go. Alright, okay, not too bad around that corner. This is that fast section that we kind of jumped on the up. We kind of jumped on this ramp before, a little bit too much. Okay, gotta keep holding it steady here. But if you hit the throttle all the way, then it's pretty much guaranteed death. So, yeah, gotta keep it slow. Gotta be nice and easy around this corner as well. Try a bit of handbrake there. Hopefully not fail. Okay. Not bad, actually. We might make it around in the first time with this car, just by being careful. Now, as I say that, I'm getting more worried that I've jinxed myself. But yeah, the max grip on the back of this car is completely a lie. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. I think that's already slower than the XR5, but we are getting better slowly. It's just taking a bit of time. Okay, come on. Don't fail me now. 2:21. I think that's slower. Yeah, slower by 21 seconds. Goodness. All-wheel drive is much faster. Bimero 3.0, yeah, it has a V10. The V10s are pretty sweet in this game, or in automation. Yeah. I like using them. Simple Planes is awesome. Currently a few too many hours in it. Yeah, that's how I feel about some games that I have as well. You're insanely involved in engineering. I'd love to see more Simple Plane stuff. Yeah, no, it's too busy this week and probably next week too, but Simple Planes is not going to end. Interesting fact, for those of you who don't know, I actually studied engineering in school, and that's what I do for a living. So Yeah, you might not be able to tell from some of the cars that I make, but yeah, I do have that background. Um, okay, let's go to goodness. I guess what we can do, we've tried an all-wheel drive, we tried a rear-wheel drive. Let's just go ahead and try like a random one of these cars. I've been interested in this one. Like when I exported it, I noted that it has like 4 million stickers, so let's give it a shot. At this point, like with the showcase, I basically just use automation as an exporter. Like, I'm just exporting the cars to Beam over and over again. It'd be nice if they had a separate tool. Actually, that'd be pretty sweet, but I don't think we'd ever get something like that. Hybrid drivetrain? Oh boy, that would be sweet. I've actually, like, the fuel economy in my car is pretty crap. So I've been looking at hybrids as a possibility of a switch because I have quite a long commute. And my goodness, there are quite a few different types of hybrid drivetrains to consider. All right, so this is the Corvette body that I was talking about, one that like way too many people used. Let's give it a go though. I'm fairly certain this one is... Actually, I have no idea what this is. So it's front engine, it's a V engine of some kind. It appears to be all-wheel drive. Oh wow. Um, yeah, it's definitely all-wheel drive. It is quick though. Goodness. Um, I like the fake Nintendo symbol on it. I also have that sticker pack, which I kind of needed to do because a lot of people did use them. Oh, yikes. Okay. I'm a little nervous with this car. This one is actually quick. Um, I was not expecting it to be quick. It kind of sounds like a V10, but it doesn't seem like the right size to be a V10, so we're going to have to check once we get to the end. But after this, we're going to switch to another track. These automation ones are cool, but they're not the end of the tracks that are possible in this challenge. We can definitely... Ooh, yikes. We can definitely find another one in there somewhere, I'm sure. The hill climb challenges are fun, but I'm hoping that there's a rally circuit around that we can try on, maybe do a couple laps. I do have one that's a mod, but it does not have any time trials that I can, at least that I know of, unless it added them and I didn't see it. But yeah, we can probably do a few laps around that one. I just know that it's a complete slideshow in this game, like when you put it on YouTube, so we'll see what it's like without shadows. Okay, commenting on this one, I think it's called the LHS Andromeda or something. Yeah, it's fast. This is probably going to rival my time with the XR5, even with the spin out that I did. That being said, it's already 10 seconds. Can it make it to the top in 10 seconds? Without me messing up, I don't know. One thing that definitely works is putting big arrow on your car, and I don't think a lot of people really know that. If you just stack up wings, your car will actually have more downforce in beam. Oh boy, okay. Lots of chat that I missed here. No hybrid, no diesel. I mean, we can be sad. There are only separate... Oh goodness, so much going on. You should do a collab with Consider and Shinode, I think that's how you say his name, on Twitch or YouTube or something. I wish, but that hasn't happened yet. Oh goodness. Okay, let's go ahead and switch to a different map. This time, we won't do Automation Test Track. West Coast USA has always been my go-to, but I don't think it has anything that we're too into here. Yeah, I mean, there's the cell tower delivery, but there's the mountain course as well. Okay, we'll just leave those for a bit. Switch to something else. The procedural tracks are always fun. Italy's a little broken for me, so let's go to Utah. There's a mixed stage. Okay, let's do the mixed stage on Utah. It says it's easy. I'm kind of doubting it. Let's start off with the XR5 on this one, just so we can learn the track a little bit before going ahead with the goodness, what is it? Oh no, I forgot. The Group E car that I made. I think it's the... I named it after PTB, so PTBR, I think? Shinode? Is that how you say it? Automotive, try the mixed perimeter course in the industrial stage. Okay, we can do that one after. I already said that we can't do Italy just because the map lags so bad. It lags really poorly on my computer, and like the frame rate when streaming is already bad. So yeah, going on the Italy map isn't going to do it. And my goodness, it looks like I might need to clear the cache because we're missing some textures. You're hitting the apex on a lot of those corners way too early. That's what is driving you out on the far wall on the tighter stuff. Okay, I'll consider that. Shiny odd, okay. I will try to adjust to that, so thank you for the feedback, Armstrong. Yeah, it's important to be learning with this. That's why it's practice, right? Rotaries, okay, I don't think they're ever going to do rotaries, guys, let's be real. The Utah stage is very long, about 90% tarmac, 10% dirt. Okay. Yeah, I saw that it was quite a big map. Okay, gotta click back in the game. Here we go. Let's give it a go. I think that this one has some tight sections. I believe I've done it before. The danger with the Utah map is always what I'm about to do there, which is fly off the map and then run into a rock that's on the side. Now, again, I took the apex too late. That's going to be a common theme. Just because I'm used to driving like that, I have to really like undo years of unfortunate practice. If you go back and you watch all of my old series, which I honestly don't suggest that you do because they're pretty long and probably excessively boring. Oh, that was a mistake. Rocks come at you fast, but you'll see my driving, I guess, abilities and sort of where I've come from. But basically, I've played way too much arcade style racing games. That's not proper grammar. I've played way too many arcade style racing games, ones where you don't really need to brake, and I got way too used to that, and I kind of applied that rule to everything where I just never hit the brakes when driving, even if it was a realistic game. And yeah, it has damaged me, and I'm undoing that damage currently. Now, some of the other showcases I've been able to do better, but this one is a little bit more important because people are actually like kind of counting on me, I guess, to drive their car well, and I feel that I need to practice, so that's what we're doing now. Oh boy. Okay, come on, left turn here. I think, how long is this stage approximately? Like 4 minutes maybe? I almost said like 3 to 4. I don't know. We might only do it once or twice just because it's a long lad again. And then we'll switch over to the industrial one if I remember to. Okay, it's a little bit dangerous here because as soon as we go off a cliff, we are off the side of the road. We literally go off a cliff. If we can get back on the track though, we can certainly drive pretty well. We haven't found that dirt section yet, but I am seeing the next checkpoint is quite far. Now when it comes to actual tracks for the showcase, one thing that's always a criteria is having a shorter lap time, just because if it doesn't have a shorter lap time, it means that... did I miss it? No, okay, I didn't. It just means that it's easier to get through all of them within like a reasonable amount of time. So say we did this track here, which is, I don't know, maybe 3-4 minutes. It's going to take that long for each car minimum, right? So that times 174, it really adds up. And yeah, that's why it kind of unfortunately has to be restricted to about 2 minutes. So that's kind of what we're doing. We'll see. Okay, that bridge that we're currently on is quite tight. And then this is a bit of a crest here. Okay. Okay. They have arrows on the road for a reason, and we have finally hit the dirt section. Now this is good because mixed dirt is always nice. That was the idea of the showcase in general, to have it be not just one surface. Oh boy. Oh no. Okay. I almost lost it there. I almost went into the rocks. Yikes. This one is lengthy. But we are still flying. Okay, that checkpoint is a little deceiving. And also I was going maybe a little bit too quick there. Hey, not bad actually. We're flowing through the dirt section pretty quick. That is not bad. That was a really smooth transition onto the pavement as well. It's kind of hard to see where the road is on some of these corners because they do have crests, but like this section here is just full throttle. Like, this is the kind of fun stuff that that's good for a showcase. Oh boy. Okay, goodness. Well, we're just going straight down the highway now apparently. I think I might have hit the brakes a bit too early there. Probably hit the brakes a little bit too early there. We do have the option to go high and low road, but I have stuck to the low. Okay, there's the end. So it's about a 4-minute lap time with this car at least. I'd imagine like something like the Bumero you'd be able to do better, but yeah, not bad. Just under 4 minutes for this course. Interesting. How many times do you think he's crashed in the stream? I'm gonna say 10. Make sure you practice driving without ABS because the vast majority of entries probably won't. Yeah, that's true. I'm pretty sure this car does have ABS, so I guess that's kind of bad for me to be practicing with it. Let's go ahead. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and try another one of the cars from here. Let's go ahead and try Tim's entry. The only reason I remember is because the name is so easy to remember. Tim, your name is very easy to remember. And your car is also easy to remember because it's named after something. So let's give it a go. I think it's all-wheel drive as well, but it's old, so yeah, should be good. Would you ever showcase viewer submissions in Simple Planes? I kind of... Well, here's the thing. I don't know how to do that. I would have to figure that out first. I know that Simple Planes does have a mod section where you can upload your planes or your creations, I guess, to the website and download them, but I would need to figure out exactly how that's going to work. Would you consider getting a steering wheel for Beam? I would. I don't know which one to get. The thing is, like, some of the good ones are pretty expensive, and right now my focus in terms of like upgrades and things to work on when it comes to the like my desk area basically and the stuff I use for YouTube, my number one priority is to upgrade my computer. I'm hoping that maybe in the next like 6 months or so I'll have enough saved from like YouTube earnings to be able to upgrade my computer significantly. So yeah, that's the first thing on the list, and then after that come other things. What if automation added the options to make electric or hydrogen cars? Okay, hydrogen is there's probably no chance they'll do that. Electric would be sweet, but again, I don't know. It doesn't seem like they'll actually do it. I would definitely make a lot of cars like that if they did. I really like electric cars, and hydrogen seems interesting as much as it isn't anywhere near as mainstream as electric. Okay, this first corner is deadly, at least on this track, but this Mini is quick. Oh boy. Yeah, so hopefully when it comes to answering your questions, I'm able to do it clearly. Let me know if I'm not. But yeah, feel free to ask any more questions about the showcase or about other things like you have been doing. It's good to have something to talk about, because otherwise I'm just like, I don't know, I'll just start describing the car. I don't know. I guess as you stream more, you get more used to it, but I'm still a rookie. Right. So this Mini is actually reasonably quick. It might even be faster than the XR5. However, I have just driven it into a rock, and now it's flying down. Oh, not too bad. it was considering flying down a cliff, but let's give it another shot. After this one, we will go, we'll go ahead and try something else. So I saw just at a glance there when I was resetting, potentially going for sponsors, and that is something I'm interested in, but I mean, the channel isn't that big. I'm not sure that, like, we almost have 10,000 subscribers, like 10,000 people here, which is pretty crazy, but when it comes to sponsors and stuff, especially ones that are willing to give away, like, expensive stuff like wheels and that, I don't know how that works. I don't exactly know if, like, here's an example, like Thrustmaster, I see that they sponsor quite a few YouTubers, like AR12, for example. Used to watch him a long time ago. I don't know if he's still sponsored by them or not, but he definitely used to be. I don't think that they would consider somebody as small as me, but maybe one day. I could definitely try reaching out to see what that would do, but I don't know. Like, when it comes to sponsors and things, I'm trying to be as ethical as possible, so I wouldn't, like, you can quote me on this one. I don't think I'll ever do any, like, crappy mobile game sponsorships type thing. Don't worry about seeing that kind of stuff on here. I'm not, like, money hungry or anything like that. If I do end up doing a sponsored thing, it'll be because it's something that is, like, legitimately good and worthwhile for your time and mine. So yeah, that's always something that I respect that YouTubers do, and therefore I must do it myself. Okay, we've been able to get through the track pretty swiftly with this Mini. Being so small, it's actually really maneuverable. However, it does have really wide front tires, and I think they're too wide, just because it doesn't turn in as well as you would hope, especially for something this small. Okay. Alright, almost done with this track. We just have to get through the dirt section, and, well, we still have another 2 minutes left. What am I saying? Yeah, cross the bridge, over the river, through the woods, to grandmother's house we go, or in this case, the blue checkpoint. Just around that corner. That wasn't bad. It seems we can glide pretty easy, especially with all-wheel drive on the dirt. I was a little bit skeptical, to be honest, at the beginning, seeing how so many cars were all-wheel drive, but now I'm like, yes, thank you, because it's going to make things so much easier when we actually do the times. If cars are controllable and drivable, like, I only have to do one lap with them, right? So that cuts down the time of things quite significantly, and I'm thinking that'll help us a lot. Oh no! As I say that, I fly. Oh, no, we're actually gonna live. That was a little bit of cheating. Just a small amount of cheating, but I fear that it's probably not actually quicker. Right, we'll just continue on. I didn't think that would actually land on its feet, but yeah, it did. This is that fast section, so we can just hammer it here. And we didn't actually sustain any damage, so it seems like this Mini is pretty tough. Right, corner coming up. Oh boy, those front brakes are heating up quick when you get on those brakes. But we didn't lock it up there, which is surprising. Just have to fly underneath this section here, and we should be good to go. Yeah, there's the finish. Not too bad. I like this track quite a bit. It's a shame that it's so long. Oh, yikes. So we're not gonna get a finishing time with this one because I've just shattered the engine. Oh boy. Don't forget that perimeter mixed. Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna do that right now. Once you've exploded your cars, the ABS from automation is broken in beams. Sometimes it can work well, sometimes it's broken. Yeah, I've had that experience as well. How are you planning on the aesthetic portion of the contest being judged? There is no aesthetic portion of the contest. It's all performance. We're not giving away points for anybody who does better in terms of styling. It's more just like, hey, this is a nice looking car. There's no aesthetic points or anything like that. You have a car that you want me to check out in Simple Plains. Well, if if I do another Simple Plains video, make sure to remind me because I'm totally gonna forget. Oh boy, I'm seeing a lot more stuff here. Stop using full lock, it just causes understeer. Okay. Okay, competition between other YouTubers. Mobile game sponsors seem to be a common trend on YouTubers. Yeah, I mean, I see that a lot. It's because they pay a lot. They're willing to pay you even if you're not as big as maybe other people. Oh boy. Lag, uh-oh. Not lag. Hopefully the lag is going. I'm seeing an error, but it seems like if I quickly go, yeah, we're just in the yellow and now back in the green, so we should be fine, at least going forward. Let's go to that industrial. When you said that, do you mean Small Island, USA? And then the, oh no, not Small Island. It would be, goodness, which one? Oh, it's industrial site, goodness. I am straight up blind. And then the perimeter race circuit, I think you said. Now the sprint industrial one is cool. The reason for it though is that it has a jump. So we'll do the perimeter one and then we'll do the, we'll try out the one with the jump. And then, I don't know, we'll see what happens. Lag is at acceptable levels? Okay, sweet. One thing that is unfortunate is my internet has changed, and it's no longer as, well, good as it was before. So streaming unfortunately does have lag occasionally. It's bothersome for me as well. Yeah, it's not fun. Anyway, let's give the XR5 a try around the perimeter track, and then I think we're gonna try the fast circuit maybe. My headphones just fell off. And then, oh, perimeter mixed. Rip, did I pick the wrong one? Oh, this one. Perimeter mixed circuit. Rip, I totally missed that. Well, good thing I noticed that before doing it. Changed providers? Actually, no, I changed modems and upgraded to a different, like different type of internet. But it unfortunately, the modem doesn't have quite as much range as the last one, so yeah, it's not that great. Anyway, let's see what's going on. So it says that it's fine. We're still okay. We're at 60 FPS again on OBS. YouTube is complaining though. So hopefully that'll fix itself eventually. Yeah, no, Canadian internet service providers are like, they have a serious monopoly and they charge a ridiculous amount for decent internet. And even then, our internet is not that great, so it's unfortunate. Yeah, I used to watch Fail Race a lot actually. I used to watch his 2 videos every day back when he was doing that. I don't know if he still is, but unfortunately, when I started working full time, I just didn't have time to watch those videos, so yeah. Oh boy. Okay, so this isn't really a fair comparison to anybody's times if they did run this track with their own rally cars, just because, oh boy. Just because this car is much, much newer. And oh, that is a heck of a jump there. I did not expect that to be so much of a jump. The thing is that I have already run this track quite a few times with other vehicles, just in my own, like, just having fun. And I also ran it for fun before, back when in the first season, in the first few cars that I made. I think we ran this track. Or maybe, actually, that was when I made a really crappy rally car. And then I made a better, slightly better version of it. Okay, so this is lap 1. How many laps did I set? 2? Um, this is bound to be a faster lap just because it's a flying lap, but yeah, let's see. Oh, okay. Okay, we're gonna attempt not to go off of that ramp at quite the same speed as we did before. Just a little bit less would be decent, because we need to be able to come to a stop. Okay, there we go. Basically, that corner is a pretty fast corner, but if you go off the ramp in the wrong way, you're just gonna fly over it. Okay, here, just tap that, tap the handbrake, come around the corner with some speed. This is gonna be an interesting one with a rear-wheel drive, just because my excessive drifting in the dirt and slight handbrake use is not gonna go as well. Alright, so that is a 54-second lap on the second lap. Let's see if we can beat that with something else. Maybe let's try the Group B car and see if I can do the same thing with it. Are you planning on doing a car that's similar to the LS400? Isn't that the car that Fail Race bought as a project car? But I wasn't planning on doing anything about that. I see some spamming in the chat. If that keeps going, then you'll unfortunately be getting a timeout. It's weird that they call it that on YouTube, but that's what it is. Okay, here we go. Let's give this one a go. Rear-wheel drive is going to be different, but more power, so hopefully better. The grip is going to be an issue, though. I can see that for sure. Oh boy. It's never really a fair comparison, just because 2015 versus 1975 this car is, so yeah, it's not ever a perfect comparison, but it's just fun to drive two different types of cars, if nothing else. Okay, this one's not too bad, actually. I think, especially since the beginning, I've gotten more used to it, and as I say that, we do a really, like, significant drift around there. Actually, that wasn't bad. If I can get around this corner, too. Ooh, too much handbrake. Yikes, okay. Continuing forward, regardless of that spin. It's the second lap we really care about here. And a second spin as well. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch out on those sections. Oh wow. Oh goodness. Okay, once you get those tires warmed up, they just like... they are not good. Okay, we were better in the first half before, so I'm gonna hold to that again. Hopefully we can do pretty much the same as we did. I like how mixed this track is, and it is very short lap times, but unfortunately it obviously won't work for the showcase. It's a little bit too technical, I think. Not enough fast bits. Goodness. Okay, here's where we messed up before. Maybe a bit too much in the rev range. A little bit too much time in first gear, perhaps. Alright, back on the pavement, we can do at least something here. I'm going to attempt not to spin out. Okay, not spinning out successful. And then I'm going to attempt not to spin out again. Okay, wall riding successful, but spinning out unsuccessful, which is good. As long as we can get through this. Yeah, it's slower. Darn, 102. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, let's switch to a different track then. Let's go for the high-speed industrial, just because I know this one has a jump. At least I think this is the one with the jump. Let's go with the Group C Owl this time, just to change it up a little bit. I'm serious, that's what they call it in YouTube. You just right-click people and timeout. You gonna test any front-wheel drive rally cars tonight? Unfortunately, I don't have any that have been submitted so far. That I've rendered, I mean. Does it say leaded fuel gang? It absolutely does. You could try putting the navigation map as a substitute for the pace notes. which they have in rallies so the drivers know what. So I'm using time trials, and time trials have set a UI, so even if I change my UI, it's not going to work. That being said, you might be able to do it if you're not using non-competitive mode, which I am, but yeah, I'm not sure. Alright, here we go. Let's see what this one will do. It seems like we're just driving straight into a pile of nothing, or sand at least. But do we go... Oh no, we definitely don't go that way. Okay, we go around the pile of sand. Why? I have no idea. This seems to be... I mean, that's an interesting barrier, if nothing else. And then immediately into actual sand, and then immediately into the water. Goodness, this one is... This is actually a surprisingly technical circuit. This Group C car is very quick. On dirt, not so much. Okay, we're gonna have to be careful for our first lap around it. Oh, this is not bad. I'm wondering how much pavement there is, though. Oh, there goes the wing. Rest in peace. Yikes. It feels like we're driving on ice. This is supposed to be a fast circuit, but I feel like I need to drive it slowly. Oh boy. So there's the jump right there, but we aren't really... I mean, we're going to take it sideways. And no, we're actually just going to stay in this tree. You should race the Rhino? I mean, we can try it. Actually, let's race the Rhino next. And yeah, I see your ABS comment. I feel that I'm probably just going to leave ABS on in-game for now. Oh, there goes the wing again. Seems like I've made a bit of a habit of that at this point. But yeah, I'm used to how it works. I mean, as much practice as I do, we're never going to get a perfectly responsive system here. Oh, that hit it. Oh goodness, we lost a wheel, so we're not going to be able to continue. Yikes. Okay, let's you can see that I've got it, so you can just switch cars. I probably should have been doing this all along, but anyway, we'll just replace this car and switch like this, and we'll start again. Let's give it a go. The Rhino is going around the rally circuit. How will it do? Will it make it over the jump? Honestly, I doubt it, but we can pray. I'm still definitely thinking about making a Rhino R at some point with like max size V16, like 4,300 horsepower type thing. Just the most ridiculous Rhino possible. And yeah, it's gonna have to get some bigger brakes because currently these brakes just do not exist. We'll have to have... We'll just continue with that puncture. We'll just have to have like the largest rims we can get while still staying alive. Oh, it made the jump. Oh goodness, but it barely fit underneath the thing. Oh wow. Did you see how close that was? That was ridiculous. That was that actually skimmed the roof there. If there was any antenna on there, it would have been gone. Okay, here we go. I don't even know what's around the corner of the track here because we've never made it this far. Okay, so it's just more of this, and then another jump? Oh, goodness, okay. Yeah, we're not gonna make that one. But it will continue to drive. Barely. Okay, there we go. Okay, it seems like... I mean, if this track didn't have jumps, it would actually be a better track, to be honest. I think that's the point of it, though, just to have a little bit of fun in there, because that's not something you usually get. There we go. Let's just stop there. I don't think the Rhino's gonna make it for another lap. Lock the diffs. Rhino R. Oh yeah, no, Rhino R is gonna be dangerous. Rhino with train wheels. Rhino with tracks, though. What about a Rhino with tracks? Don't worry, Eddie. I will try to be careful with it. We'll see how it goes in the actual showcase, and then we'll figure it out from there. Try the Spartan 96X. Did I even get that one in? I think I did. Okay, hold on. Let's search it up. Spartan. Oh, there it is. Spartan 96X. Let's give it a go on this track. We'll just do one lap with it. Oh, okay. The game is broken. Please load. Hopefully, no cars this time are like absolutely trashed. Okay, it does work. All right, let's give the Spartan 96X a go. We'll just give it one try. Yeah, no, the brakes on the Rhino actually get up past 800 degrees. Okay, yikes. The Spartan is a little quick. A little bit too quick, actually, as we have driven into the water. I just want to see what's underneath the hood here. Looks like it's a V8. I'm wondering what the point of the roof rack handles on the sides are. Because without it, it would actually be like a pretty normal looking car for this rally. But it definitely, I mean, it's unique. Oh, that was a bit wide on that corner. Oh, okay. There we go. Goodness, I was not sure how tight we were going to be able to get there. We're coming up to the ramp, so we have to be careful once again. I'm just going to have to... okay, we're going to make the first ramp pretty easy. But will we make the second? That's the big challenge. Okay, we might have damaged it there. If we can get up enough speed to make the second... Oh wow, that's quick. If we can get up enough speed to make the second ramp, though, I'd be impressed. Having the acceleration that this does, we should be able to do it, but... Yeah, let's go. Oh, it's bumpy. Oh, sideways, but it made it. Okay. You can see why I didn't choose this one. And by this one, I mean the track, not the car. Oh, wow. Okay, we are slightly broken. We just hit a tree, but we should be able to finish a lap. This thing is like wickedly quick, so yeah. Definitely going to be a strong competitor. Of the ones I've tried so far, it's the fastest. But if you really want like a good comparison... Okay, hold on. We'll just turn that off. If you really want a good comparison for times, you should definitely check out Argon Bytes' leaderboards, his unofficial tier list. It's on the Discord, and it's worth looking at if you want to see how your car fares, if you put it in the Discord, that is. Right. That car is living in first gear. It doesn't even need more than one gear. It's geared so low. No, yeah, probably gonna leave it in arcade for this showcase, just because at this point I think it's more fair. Once I get more used to the realistic, we'll switch into using it. But you'll see, and I mentioned this before, but there's slight spoiler for the next video on Friday. You'll see that I did switch. Yeah, the city is mostly gone now. Lawnmowers, turbo. Oh no, Bugo Type R. Actually, that's a good idea. Let's give the... we'll get rid of Spartan in the search. I actually did make a race Bugo already. The Bugo Sport. I want to give this one a go around this track, just to see what it'll do. V8 with 350 HP. Not bad. It's very light, I would assume. Right, so this is the Bugo Sport that I made. You can see it's an inline 4 still. Nice massive brakes on it. Huge exhaust, because why not? Let's give this one a go around the track and see what it'll do. This is not competitive in the slightest, but it's fun, and that's all that matters. I think it's... Is this still front wheel drive? Oh, it's shaking. Oh no. The Bugo R is a disaster. Well, it's really wobbling at the back. That is, unfortunate. Okay, one more test with the Bugo R. Just for fun. It's got a really slow launch, though. My goodness. Oh, it's shaking so violently. I think when you turn the quality slider on the body all the way down, it does stuff like this, because, yeah, it's supposed to be weak. But that shaking is like not good. Oh boy. The rear splitter is like going mental. Oh, come on, Bugo. I don't even remember how much power this thing has. And we just lost all the rally lights, but we'll try and continue forward. Shaking and all. It seems like this kind of Bugo is like that type of dog that's like really small but really vicious. Maybe a Chihuahua, but it's like trembling because it's so angry. Oh boy. And then it runs into a wall, and then it attempts to drive away, and then runs into a... Well, goodness, more metal pieces on the ground. Okay. Well, I'm getting close to being done with practicing, at least for today. I'm not going to be streaming anymore, but I'll be practicing on my own, so I figure let's go ahead and do Pikes Peak. Now, we do have the option to do the short version. Okay, let's do short version, just to see what it's like, and then we'll, I don't know, what car should we use for this one? Maybe one that I have already made. I was gonna say VATS E-Spec, but then it's like, well, we're gonna die. Lawnmower is stupidly dangerous. What about the Spartan Vortex? Let's give this one a try on this track and see what it'll do. No, it's just twerking constantly in a never-ending state of twerking. But thankfully that trend is over. Oh no, the game crashed. Hold on a minute. Beam just crashed. Let me see for a second here. RIP. Okay, it did not want to load. Goodness, that's very, very odd. Don't really get that error too often. But yeah, Beam just crashed, so let's quickly reload it. I'm gonna have to clear the cache before we do the actual showcase. There we go. Should come back soon. Maybe it's best that we don't do Pikes Peak if it's gonna crash. Actually, you know what? Let's do the Velodrome. That's actually at night, so that's not gonna work. Let's do the Velodrome whiteout. This is probably not gonna look specific. It's probably not gonna look too good. Let's actually do it in free roam. Just because there's a lot of stuff going on with it. But I'm willing to give it a shot. Mild death of my voice now. So yeah, I didn't want to load Pikes Peak for whatever reason, so we'll just avoid it. But I've been wanting to show off the Velodrome on one video. I think I did it in the past for one of the events. I used it in the final, actually. But I want to see what it looks like on YouTube to see if it's as dark as it seems. Because right now we're using the whiteout one. So, yeah, this is going to be dark. Let's do it with the good old King XR5. Pikes Peak, but actually attempt to make it crash? Oh boy. Okay, we're going to turn on the lights on the car. We'll just leave that on the normal brightness setting. We're not using any timing or anything, I'm just driving it as is. So yeah, let's give it a go. Are these the submitted cars being run? No, they're just me practicing. Yeah, just practicing. Okay. Does it work? Yes, it does work. Alright, let's see what this looks like. Goodness, the lag with the snow effect is a little bit significant. But actually I found this track because I was watching Fail Race and he was on it, and I was like, yikes, that's cool, so I figured I'd give it a go. We'll see if the XR5 can survive around it. This is actually one of the challenges that or one of the things I thought of for a challenge, but I was like, this is so dark, it's probably not going to show too well on YouTube, but here's our chance to try it. And we'll take the, okay, those are solid signs, so we'll take the bridge in the middle, try and get around this. Probably a little bit of cheating there, but hey, it'll work for us. Yeah, there we go. Oh boy, we're losing pieces of the car at this point. Come on, XR5. We're gonna take all the roads that allow us to bypass some of the bumpier obstacles, just because I know we're not gonna live. And we've already lost one exhaust. The fake one, I guess, because the real one is harder to detach. Okay, up over this, that might be a mistake. Probably was a mistake. Okay, we'll take the wheel section again. Okay, those don't have collision, so that's good to note. Yikes. Okay, there's a ramp right here. We're coming up to the wind bit, which is a bit of a challenge. And yeah, okay, we're through there with no problem. It's getting darker and windier. If we can get through this section, then we should be fine. I'm just obviously maintaining the damage, I'm not resetting. Unless we do something drastic. Like, possibly there we could have just broken the axles, but hey. We've made it away without that. Okay, here's the wind. Wind plus ice plus all-wheel drive. Thankfully we have all-wheel drive. Like, anything rear-wheel drive up here is a dangerous proposition. One thing that is always fun with this is like kind of like those GTA 5 ideas where it's like go up Mount Chiliad with a trailer or something. Like, try and do this with a camping trailer. Like, that could be a fun challenge. But yeah, maybe for a video in itself. Okay, the wind here is nuts, and we're not doing it the best. Okay. Oh, it's flipped us over. We have a chance at redemption. This is in no way practicing for the showcase. This is more just like, I don't know, just jumping around, just having some fun. And if you're wondering what the map is called, it's called the Velodrome. Alright, ice bit again. This is the, it calls it the Cascade, but we did not really, I mean, we did a spin onto it, so that's pretty stylish, but we did not get it as well as we could have. Okay, come on, there's a turn right here. The engine is over revving, which is not exactly good, but, oh, are we stuck? Come on, XR5, you can live through this. And over the little pool, how that exists on top of a mountain, I don't know. Alright, almost there. Have we lost both lights? Because I'm not really seeing much in the way of in front of us. Almost done. Almost done. Okay, never mind. We still have to go through all the trees. I guess you can't break the lights on an automation car now that I think about it. They just continue to deform and stay on. That could be something that they add in the future, just a little bit more detail in terms of deformation. Alright. So we go through this little piece here, and then we go over here, and that's the start-finish line. Nice. So we actually made it through. Well, that was interesting. It's good to try out some different tracks every once in a while. It's also cool to see a car get deformed and kind of broken over time, just like the Driven to Destruction challenge, but I'm not really doing that. Wouldn't be able to take the bus on here, for example. It would last like literally 3 seconds. But I think that's going to be it for this stream, a little bit of a shorter one. Have you seen Fail Race's new car? No, I haven't. I haven't watched his content in months. Could you do something like his Driven to Destruction series? I could, but I think that would be copying. That's pretty much one of his signature things, so I wouldn't want to copy him. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video, for this stream. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We didn't really, I mean, we practiced a little bit. I got a better idea of what I want to do for the showcase, and it's cool to see some feedback on things. I'll think about stickers more, a little bit more seriously than I was before, now that I know that you'd actually be interested in them. But they will be cheap, so don't worry. If I actually do make them, hopefully. We'll see what I can do. That'll be not for a while, so yeah. Thank you for everybody who is who's come out to watch this one, and I'll see you again next time.